Hey, it's Kevin. Welcome back to the Road Warrior. I know people tell us if we put our mind to something, we can make reality happen. If we always tell people that life is good, it can actually be good. I have never been a glass half full guy. For a long time, I'll admit, I was a glass half empty, and then became more of a realist. Well, it's a little bit empty and it's a little bit not, depends on how thirsty you are. I just saw a Jeep fly by me recently, just 5-10 minutes ago, that had one of those wheel covers on the back of their Jeep, and it was a flower, and in the middle of it said life is good. And it's I don't know if it's a campaign or some brand or something like that, but I've seen that stylistic life is good before. I've seen stickers, I've seen it on t-shirts, and it just kind of makes me chuckle. Because is life good right now? And again, pandemic has not been horrible for me, not been fun, but it's not been that big a deal. But is life good? Do we feel the need to quantify? Do we feel the need to qualify? How do we really feel? Can we tell ourselves that life is good even when it's not? I know it's almost esoteric. I know it's almost deep. Okay, maybe not deep. But I truly do wonder. And I sometimes wonder when people put that out there, do they really think life is good? Or do they really just believe the more they put it out there, maybe it will become that? It's almost like fake it till you make it. You know, I've always struggled with the fake it till you make it. I fake things to a certain point, but there's just some things you can't fake. And there are just some things you're never going to make. I mean, I could fake playing basketball for as long as I wanted to. I played basketball, but I could never fake being a good basketball player. I was always going to be average. I was always going to be decent. You know, I didn't have the skills. It was funny, I was watching some videos of my old high school. They won the state championship a couple years after I left, and they did very well after I moved from Illinois to Virginia. But I knew I wasn't going to make the team the next year because the kids coming up below me were more talented, were better. I couldn't have faked it anymore if I tried, and it wasn't going to change anything. But I went back and was watching old videos, and I realized just how good some of those kids were. Now, it's funny, when you're playing basketball, when you're growing up with these kids side by side, you have no clue. There were guys who, I left after my junior year and moved across country, so senior year when they were playing really well, some of the guys who I played basketball with for 10 years were still playing. And looking back at it now, I can see they were pretty good ball players. Again, I wasn't on tape, so I can't tell you how good a ball player I really was. I know I wasn't that good, didn't make the team. Wouldn't have made the team, was already warned of that. It's all good, but sometimes you can only fake it till you make it so much. Life can only be so good. And the power of positivity is important. The power of positivity is a good thing, but sometimes you gotta accept the fact that things aren't so good, because in order to accept if things aren't so good, you can want to make them better. Maybe that's part of the problem we have these days. People tell themselves that life is good, but they're not really wanting to dig deep into it. Or this just could be messed up thinking. I really don't know at this point. I got to think about it. How good is life? I could complain, as I always say, but who would listen, right? Back next week, another Road Warrior, kevinmason.us, home to all the Road Warriors. Also on YouTube, also on Facebook. You got somewhere where you want me to throw them up? It's more convenient for you to watch. I'll do that too. I don't mind. It doesn't take me that long to get them done. I spend more time editing than I do actually posting. Little bit of behind the scenes stuff for you there. How about that, huh? Hey, even threw the radio voice in for you for free. I'm feeling kind of punchy today. Back next week. Thanks so much. Please be safe. Have a good one. Thanks.